If I'd only see.
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you.
I'm just gonna fuck up this movie.
Really, really bad.
Oh, hey there. Sorry it's been a while, guys, but you know, life finds a way. Guys, I'm here to talk about one thing and one thing only. And that thing is a disappointment. I mean, Suicide Squad. That's the title. I get it confused sometimes. What is this movie? Well, I'll tell you, it's bad. It's also about a group of villains that get grabbed by Amanda Waller and are sent out to shoot some stuff up. AKA Cara Delevingne's character, the Enchantress. Who's this mystical person, and these group of villains, this group of bad people have to take her down using their abilities / weapons / bad ideas. Woo! This movie is a straight up mess, okay? I do not like this movie, so spoiler, I hate it. No. Besides the really confusing plot of this movie, which literally makes no sense, there's like 50 things going on. It's like Batman vs Superman, you don't know what's happening. Rather than actually having a story, half the movie is a montage, one after the other, of them getting ready to do stuff, and then they never actually do stuff. There's barely any action scenes in this movie, which was kind of weird, because, you know, it's an action movie. You'd think, going into it, you'd see a little more action. Overall, the editing of this movie is so weird. It's wonky. You got weird tech stuff coming in the beginning of the movie, and then they don't go back to it later on, so you're like, why did they even do that in the first place? And then story-wise, the editing makes no sense because they cut a lot out of the story. Like, a lot of the Joker's scenes were cut, so when he appears, it doesn't really make sense, and they never show him again. And it happens like that, and the pieces just don't fit in the puzzle. Let's talk characters. The only characters that we really got focus on was Deadshot, played by Will Smith, and Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie. And the reason for that is because they're the focus of the movie. We get to know their backstories through random and choppy weird cuts that show their past life and random parts of the movie that make no sense to me. Why are you showing me this? Oh. But for Deadshot, he was basically Will Smith. Will Smith was Deadshot, but you know, he was a likable character, and we got to know him through his daughter, who we started to care about, and it was really emotional. And then you have Harley Quinn, who's this crazy oddball character that we all know and love in pulp culture. And it was really cool to just see her in a live action form. Finally, it's about time. But she kind of was underwhelming for me. She was definitely one of the best characters because Margot Robbie, like, nailed her. But besides that, her backstory was kind of iffy, and it wasn't very entertaining. And her relationship with the Joker was a mess. I mean, it wasn't like it is in the comics. In the comics, they have a dysfunctional relationship. The Joker abuses her, and the Joker hates her, and she's just like, oh, Mr. J, I love you. But he's like, leave me alone, Harley. That's my Joker impression, I guess.
You waited this long to stop debating, cause I'm back, I'm on the rag and I've been.
And speaking of Mr. J himself, I absolutely hated the Joker, played by Jared Leto. Don't get me wrong, I love Jared Leto, he's a great actor. I love him in Fight Club, I love him in, you know, other stuff. But this movie, the Joker was not the Joker. He was just a crime boss. And I know what you're gonna say, but Ryan, the Joker is a crime boss. Well, yes, you're not wrong. But he was only a crime boss in the movie. He was not Joker. He wasn't making jokes. He was barely laughing. He wasn't having a good time. Like, he was just this serious mobster guy that happened to be with Harley Quinn and who happened to be deeply in love with her, which is not how it's supposed to go. And as for the villain of this movie, the Enchantress, this is basically her for the whole thing. That's it. Let's talk about a little bit of the positive stuff, because this movie does have some positive stuff, sort of. The setting of the movie it was filmed in Toronto, and you got all these cool locations, and I live in Toronto, so it was cool because I was like, oh, I know that place. We also have the music, which is so good. You have 21 Pilots with Heathens, a really catchy song. And then you got Sucker for Pain with Wiz Khalifa and Imagine Dragons. So it was really good original music for the movie. But then you had all these random montage-y music. They were trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy, and they have all these popular songs in it. They had like Eminem and Queen, Creedence Clearwater Revival. But you can't do that if it doesn't make sense for the goddamn movie. They literally had a new song every 10 seconds, and they had a montage for stupid stuff that made no sense. This is basically how it went.
Two trailer park girls.
I torture you. All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
I might make a mistake. Headshot, oh my god, am I crazy?
The marketing for this movie, even though it was really well done, was false advertising. The first trailer for this movie was really awesome. It came from Comic-Con, and people were like, ooh, what is this movie? It's about bad guys and villains. I wonder what that could be. And it was really dark and cool, and you're like, woo! And then the second trailer came out. It was even more mind-blowing because you had Queen, and it was fun, and it had all these funny moments, and you were like, oh, this movie's gonna be fun. But that's the problem, because this movie didn't know what it was supposed to be. The first trailer was dark. The second one was really lighthearted and funny. And then when the movie came out, it was a little bit of both. And you can't do that. For a tone of a movie, you have to pick the tone and stick with it. But because the studio was so scared and timid about the bad reviews of Batman vs. Superman and all the critics not liking it, they freaked out and they're like, oh, we have to make a movie everybody likes. But that's the... You can't do that. Just pick a tone and do it. You can't do both. It's one or the other. That's it. It's as simple as that. Ooh. Ah! The thing that bothers me the most about this movie is the potential it had. I mean, this movie could have been really awesome. It had cool characters. It had a nice setting. It was the story. It was the editing. It was the scenes that were cut out. It was the tone being really misleading. It was the marketing. It was such a letdown. Overall, I would give Suicide Squad 4.5 out of 10. And I know what you're saying. Wow, that's a really low score, Ryan. But that's how much I was disappointed and let down, and I really did not enjoy the movie at all. I think if you want to see a proper Suicide Squad movie, watch Batman Assault on Arkham instead. It's a DC animated movie. DC makes really good animated movies that I'm sure a lot of people aren't aware of. But they got the tone right, and they got the characters right, and the Joker is pretty good in it. Listen, I love DC. I love them a lot. But I just wish that they would focus on making good movies instead of trying to please all the audiences. Just make a good story with good characters and people will like it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching my review, and stay tuned for more, hopefully soon. Until next time, I'm Rye, and you've been said.